Do the impossible. That is our motto here at Bet Adventures for 2026. In the pursuit of building your own business, it can feel daunting. It can take sacrifice, everything you got. And for us in building this company, we want to stand by people who are in the pursuit of chasing and building their own dreams, and not just stand by them, but support them. And it brings me great pleasure to announce our 2026 Sponsored Athlete of the Year in Avery Dreher. Avery is competing in the Super Sport Series in the motocross all across North America this year. And we're going to stand behind him and support him and create mutual value for the both of us so that together we can all win and achieve our dreams and goals in becoming champions and winning at what it is that we do in our profession. We look forward to a great 2026 season, and we'll see you on the track. Avery, appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Avery is going to be our 2026 Sponsored Athlete of the Year. Bet Adventures is going to sponsor Avery. Avery, why don't you go ahead and tell the people what sport you're in and what you're about?
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name is Avery Dreher, and I do the Motoamerica Super Sport Championship. So I've been road racing for most of my life. So what I love to do, I grew up in the sport, started on dirt bikes, and then just moved my way up the ranks. Eventually got to Motoamerica. Now I race in the Pro Series.
Avery and I met at the gym probably about a month ago. I'm getting on the Stairmaster, and Avery's over here on the Stairmaster drinking a delicious, great First Form Energy, and I look at him, I'm like, bro, you know what's up, man? What's up, dude? So we start chopping it up, and we start talking about my relation with First Form, his racing career. He starts telling me about, his upcoming season and that, he's looking for sponsorship. And, I'm a big, firm believer in fate. And, I'm like, dang, dude, Avery's put in my path for a reason, drinking First Form, racing motorcycles, dude. Like,
it's meant to be.
Yeah, kind of meant to be. So, we started chopping it up. I started asking about sponsorships. We went and got lunch with his uncle, who's a big influence in his life for his racing career. And, part of Vet Adventures is, investing in people who are aspiring to go after their dreams and goals. As you guys know, we do our client interviews where we sit down with our clients and let them tell their story about how they became successful, the grind, the push, what they had to go through, overcoming adversity to put themselves in positions to achieve what it is that they wanted out of life, which is, obviously cool cars. But for Avery, his dreams and goals is to be a world champion. And, when I see somebody young and dedicated, hey, I want that too, so I'm going to invest in him and be there in his corner. You guys know that we sponsored Parker Eatman in the Cars Tour last year. You saw, our logo, our brand all on the race car going around the track and stuff like that. That was super sick. And, God put it in front of me this opportunity, and I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to step into it and be a big support for Avery and his racing career this year. Avery, tell us, what some of your goals are and a little bit about the history of, your racing career.
Yeah, my goals, one of my lifelong goals has been to compete in the Super Sport Championship, and it's finally becoming a reality this year. So I'm super stoked about that. I've been, grinding hard the past few seasons to make it happen. So I got to thank all the people in my corner for, making it possible, and Jesse here for stepping in, being a big part of it this year. So really happy about that. My goal this year, I want to win the Daytona 200. That $50,000 purse is calling my name, and that Rolex. So I want to make it happen. I'm going to let the boys know that I'm here to play, not here to mess around. So
you've won some championships.
Yep. I won the 2023 Junior Cup National Championship, and I've got 2 Twins Cup championship wins. I got one last year and one in 2024, and I finished 4th place in the Twins Cup Championship last year with a couple podiums. We got the win at Barber Motorsports Park on the GSX 800, so that was pretty sick, highlight of the year. And I just been making my way up the ranks. Started in Mini Cup, on the tiny little pit bikes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, let's give this big bike racing thing a shot.
Yeah.
So we got Ninja 300 and did some club racing, and I was fast. And then we got a Ninja 400, and I made my debut with a team back in 2021. I didn't do that great, but 2022, I started doing a little better. I had a lot of crashes. I was just trying to learn. I wanted to, tell them I was here to win, dude.
Yeah,
so
do whatever
it
takes.
Got my first podium in 2022, my first pole position by almost a second. I remember that. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, 2023 was my breakout year, winning the championship. So
That's awesome.
the goal is always to win when I go out there. And this year is a new chapter in my life, doing the Super Sport Championship. So, I'm going to keep training hard, and now I'm super happy to have Jesse in my corner, and I'm going to bring him along the way.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. What would you say? What would you say? Who's had the biggest influence on your racing career? I know your sister also races.
My sister also races. We were actually teammates last year.
Yeah.
No, 2 years ago.
Racing's
sorry.
in his blood.
2024.
Yeah. Your family raced, right?
Yeah, my dad was a racer back in his day. He raced at Brainerd, Minnesota, and that's actually where my sister and I got our first pro junior cup podium, and we're the only brother-sister duo to make it happen, to get it done.
That's awesome.
No one else has done it, so I think that's going to stand for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a girl out there that's as fast as my sister.
That's awesome.
So kudos to her. But yeah, racing runs in the family. My whole family loves motorcycles. My brothers.
Yeah. Tell us about your
my
uncle.
John.
'Cause I met your Uncle John.
Yeah,
He seems like a big influence.
He's a big influence. I got to give a shout out to him.
Yeah.
Uncle John is the man. He's been around basically my whole life, and he supports me. So he's always in my corner, and always there to support me. And he's someone I for sure look up to.
That's awesome. When it comes to racing these motorcycles, what would you say, your strength is, your advantage, whether that's mindset, whether that's being able to see the track, what do you feel separates yourself from the competition? Because obviously, you won the championship last year, so, what would you say your edge is as a racer?
It's going to be, I'd say it's my racecraft, because that's the most important part of being out there with all the other competitors, because everyone else wants to win, and you got to find that extra edge over everyone else, where their weaknesses are, Yeah, I mean, just my racecraft and where I can.
Would that be like your vision on the track?
Yeah, dude, you just got to have that vision of where you want to put yourself on that last lap, because that's what matters. I remember back in 2023, they called me the draft master, because that's how I won like half of my races. I drafted them to the line by like half a bike length. So I mean, I'd say that's a big part of my my character trait.
Nice. And the first race is the Daytona 200?
Daytona, yep, it's the Daytona 200. So this year. It's a points-paying race, actually. So, first race of the year, March 5th through 7th. Make sure you guys come out and support me.
We'll be there.
We're going for the win.
Let's go, baby. I love it.
Let's do it.
And when does the season end?
Season ends mid-September. It'll be at, I believe, New Jersey Motorsports Park.
Is it 12 total races?
Yep. There's 9 races.
Through the season?
Yeah, so there's 9 races across the season. So about 18 races in the championship.
Guys, if you, any clients, anybody that you know is interested in sponsoring Avery, get with myself or Avery directly. All the support is helpful and is appreciative. And, Avery has a big social media following. And, if one of your companies, again, has interest in sponsoring, he's got plenty of room on his helmet, on his gear, on his bike, where, he'll put your company logo on there. Pricing is open for discussion, but we want to be here to support Avery. Again, we're massive in our brand as Vet Adventures. Everything we do is a venture together for mutual gain, and our hashtag, our motto is together we all win. So if Avery wins, we win. But at the end of the day, we want to support people who are putting their body, their life on the line to go after what it is that they're trying to achieve, and I recognize that in Avery right away. And I couldn't be more happy to, have you represent Vet Adventures around that track and have us be in your corner and support you through the whole 2026 season. So, with that being said, you want to leave the people with anything?
Yeah, if you want to support an up-and-coming racer like Jesse said, please hit me up. I'd love to work with any of you, and let's make it happen. You can find me anywhere on social media if you want to search me up, Avery Dreher. So just please check me out, and yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and tell the people your age.
Yep, I'm 19 years old, born on June 26, 2006, so yeah, still youngin'.
Yeah, still got ways to go, man, but he's on track,
Yeah.
and you know, we want to see him rise to the top and bring home the championship. And
Yep.
we'll be out there at the Daytona the first week of March to support him, and we look forward to watching you all season and being a big support for you, man. So
Yep.
we appreciate it, man.
Let's do it, Jesse.
Let's do it, man.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.